Welcome back, guys. The podcasters, guys. What is up with y'all? What are y'all doing out there? Oh my god, I miss y'all. I miss y'all a lot out there, guys. I haven't seen y'all in forever. Is this man? Okay, this is kind of cool. I haven't been able to talk to y'all in a very long time, and I'm your host E. By the way, I haven't even introduced myself in the video, so it's just crazy. Anyways, welcome back, bitches. I'm E, by the way, for those new listeners who are listening now, because I know it's been a long time since I posted anything on the podcast, but I'm back. It's been a long time. I think I've passed more than a month where I'm supposed to be coming back, but man, I needed the break. Not because of the podcast. The podcast, man, I love doing the beer reviews and the videos. I hope you guys enjoying that. I really hope you're enjoying what I'm doing. I try to put a lot of effort into the creativity aspects of it when it comes to the commercials, but again, it's quarantine, it's COVID, so I try to work with what I can, with what I have or what I can, do, because I don't want to put nobody in danger for just a stupid commercial, because most of the commercials cringy. All of the commercials are cringy, and I don't give a shit. It's fun for me. So I'm enjoying those things. I'm enjoying the aspects of the commercials, so I hope all of you are enjoying it as well. For those who are not knowing what I'm talking about my YouTube channel and my Instagram. I have beer reviews of my podcast. Beer reviews, video versions of it on those YouTube channel and on my Instagram. And every time I do a beer review, I like to do a commercial beforehand just to like parody inside. Well, I guess go with the theme of the beer and then transition into the review. That's kind of what I like to do. Damn, put it right here. Well, anyways, that's a beer right there. On the camera. I like to do that just to have fun with it and enjoy myself nonetheless. But check it out if y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I love it. I really appreciate if y'all give it a like. I'm trying my best here to make it to a point where I could be better at it. But you're here for the podcast. You're not here for the videos. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk to you, be upfront with y'all guys. It has been more than a month, I think, since I stopped the podcast. I'm not at the best state of mind right now. Obviously, I'm still working on myself a lot. But I am better than I was before. I'm doing much better. I'm working out a ton. I'm running. I still got to focus on how to do my school and things like that. Mentally wise, I'm still a little broken in some ways, but not in a sense where I'm gonna just cry every night and just drop to the floor or just blame everyone in the entire world in front of me just because I don't know how to handle my emotions, So right now, I am at the best as I was prior to this of them, and I am doing better. I feel like I could give myself a pat on the back. What the fuck? No, I feel like I could give myself finally room to do creative things without my emotions interrupting the progress of my without it interrupting my progress of creativity. Because that's the only reasons why I stopped, is because every time that I try to do a podcast, every time I try to do a video or anything like that, the creativity kind of faults. If it messes up, because I'm consistently being reminded of what my emotions are, and I'm like, okay, I'm recording a podcast, but I want to cry on the podcast, or I'm recording a podcast and I want to get drunk and just curse out the world, And I couldn't do that no more. I couldn't just bring that negativity on the air, and especially during these times, nobody wants negativity. People, look through ratings and shit like that. They could make a fuck ton of money for negativity, but not here, man. Like, if it's in the negativity, I'll be like, okay, this beer's not good, or some dumb shit happened, But negativity, it won't happen because I want to push it on somebody, or because I'm pissed at myself and I want to push it on others. None of that shit here. No, none of that shit here. So I am where I am right now, and I am doing better. I'm enjoying myself more. I'm doing streams on Twitch, which they're not the best Twitch streams ever because I'm not the best gamer, but I do enjoy that avenue of expressing my emotions towards, video game or just different avenue. It's like the podcast basically, but where I don't really have to always talk. I could pause and chill, you know. Right now, obviously, I don't want to keep a dead air unless I'm drinking a beer. Again, the beer that I'm drinking right now is Enjoy by Stone Brewing Company. I highly recommend you check them out. They're really good. They liked my video prior to that, so they're really cool. I appreciate them, and I enjoy their beers. I'm probably gonna drink a whole bunch of these beers tonight. So that's one thing too. I'm not gonna try to get drunk on the podcast unless I have my friends with me. That's gonna be a whole different subject. If I have my friends with me, right? If they're with me and we're all enjoying ourselves, if we're fucked up, we're fucked up. That doesn't matter. But by myself, I have to really be careful on what I say and what I do when I'm drunk, because I learned my lesson. It's not the best. I ramble on to some things that I feel like in 10 years for me, I don't want to listen to. Oh, and also during the quarantine, I made a Twitch. Twitch already had it before, but I also made a TikTok because I know it's going to go away. And I'm like, well, let's just milk the shit out of that TikTok, see what I can do. If I get a whole bunch of people who are there and they're listening to me, and later on they're like, you know what, I want to listen to more of this guy, then I'll be like, hey, just go to the podcast, man, you know. But I haven't mentioned my podcast on there. I haven't mentioned anything at all on my YouTube channel. I'm letting that just be by itself, just as basic creativity or dumb skits that I made that are easy to make on the phone. There are some serious stuff on there. Well, I just made one literally just a minute ago. Not a minute ago, but I made one earlier today about how TikTok, I don't know how it is for you page for specific people, but for my page, I guess. And the thing is, I literally created TikTok like 4 days ago, like downloaded it again. So for my For You page, it has nothing but sentimental stuff, like emotional aspects of things. So it has like depression, people who are going through breakups, people who are dealing with emotions that other people might be dealing with as well. And I was like, wow, like it started making me think about it, right? Like when I look at it, I'm like, okay, it's pretty cheesy, right? Okay, there's a couple ways to look at it, right? I'm not saying it's cheesy. No, that's like, there's like a couple ways to look at it from an outside perspective, right? Well, let me just first say what I think. I think it's a great thing. I think showing your emotions online and just trying to connect with other people and possibly helping other people that are feeling the same way, you know, rising them up to feel better. I think that's an amazing and wonderful thing that the people are doing. That's how I see it. I see it as a good thing. I see it as something that's positive, that the stream or the platform needs, that anybody else needs. Like if you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. You know, you're feeling like you're the only one are being used, or you feel like you're the only one that's depressed, or you feel like the only one that isn't doing good in the relationship, or you feel like somebody that is just, you know, it's never going to get better for your life. There are other people who feel the same way, but that also want to move forward and get on with their lives, you know? And that helps other people to see, wow, maybe I'm just stuck in this rut. It's going to be fine in the future, and eventually I'll get better. So I look at that as a good thing. But my skeptical side also sees it as like, okay, there could be a few things about it, right? One, maybe the person who's saying, okay, man, this girl, you know, don't waste your time on this girl because they're gonna always end up leaving you. You only take care of yourself. Don't worry about nobody else, just yourself. I see it. I get the concept of it, but I feel like maybe that person fucked up. You know, maybe that person fucked up and feels like he needs to blame somebody else, or she needs to blame somebody else, and make the viewers think that he's stronger and he's the positive person, and he sees things like, oh, let me take care of myself, when maybe he was the one that fucked up or cheated on them, or, you know, maybe ruined the relationship. So he's just, you know, like, we don't know the full story of what those people are saying. So maybe we see it as like, oh man, this guy was going through a heartbreak. Maybe the girl fucked him over. Or maybe the guy fucked him over. I feel for you. You'll do good, girl. You'll be good, you'll be good, Keens, whatever. But and the reality is that maybe they're the ones that fucked up, and then they're the only ones that show their emotions because the other one doesn't play childish about it. You know, it's not childish about it. She doesn't post their information online, and so out of respect, you know. And maybe he's the one over here saying, oh man, I fucked that. Like, you know, take care of yourself, Keens. You gotta do what you gotta do, and this and that. And he's making himself look good while she's on the sidelines looking like she's a bad person. All I'm trying to say is be skeptical about certain things. The message is good. I agree with some of the messages. Some of the messages I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I mean, not everybody's an asshole, you know? But I also agree with some messages that are like kind of uplifting. And that's cool too. But all I'm trying to say is look at it to two point of views. There's always two stories to each breakup. And there's always two stories to each thing that's happening. There's never just one party. There's two parties, guys. Two parties. So don't believe all the things you see online. But if it is helping you out and it is a positive message, then yeah, I don't think you should see it as a bad thing. But all I'm saying is be skeptical about certain people. Because I feel like a lot of them, well, I feel like certain of them, let me rephrase that, certain of them might be milking it for views. Just because I feel like the ones are like the one and done about emotions, or like if it's a story about their lives that they're openly sharing with the TikTok community, those I feel like are genuine. The ones that just talk about motivation, or like, sorry, not motivation, like talk about breakup and this and that. I don't know. Maybe that's a skeptical side of me, but I feel like maybe those persons are just, you know, I get some of them are using like lines from a philosopher, or also like a note speaker from a TED Talk. But I don't know. Like I feel like I want to hear an actual story of their lives rather than, so I can at least know, okay, they're coming from a good place. But if I keep hearing like quotes that you're using quotes from philosophers, or using quotes or videos from another person, and you just put it on your profile, I mean, I guess some of it's good, so you could you know, broaden their audience to look them up. But if you're consistently like kind of copying and pasting, and you're using it in your own words, just kind of like rephrasing it, then I don't really think that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm being stupid about it. The only reason I'm saying this because I posted on TikTok, and I said it's a good thing to have those people with that are opening up towards their feelings, because we grew up with the internet barely coming to fruition. I like saying that word because I sound smart. I sound really smart, guys. We grew up with the internet where it was like the wild wild west. So any emotions, any kind of like softness, you would get fucked in the ass, you know. They'll be like, oh, you're a little bitch, you're a pussy, you're like, they'll bully the hell out of you online if you talk about your emotions. So you try to be the motherfucking alpha in that shit, you know. You want to be the alpha in that shit. If they see you as a pussy, they're gonna come at you hard. And sorry for the p words, but that's exactly what it was. So I basically put on TikTok, I'm like, hey, you know, I'm proud of y'all, like whoever's showing your emotions, you know, I'm proud for y'all that you're not afraid to cry and this and that, you know, like that's a good thing, you know. That's a good thing for those people who are being genuine. That's a great thing, and I really respect that, because I honestly, online, I would never, the closest that I come to showing my emotions is through rock songs, right? MySpace, for instance. MySpace had a page that you could to like develop fucking HTML, you know, copy and paste and shit like that. That's the closest I got to showing my emotions. So I would put a GIF of like how I felt, or like those emo cartoons. I could post it somewhere here, if I don't forget. But those emo cartoons where it shows like a heart, I love you. It looks like a simplistic cartoon, you know. And I would do a lot of those emotions, and like I would put my songs, top 3 songs are the ones how I felt in that moment. So it'll be like a rock song. Like for instance, what's a good song that I put? 10 years. I will put change my antics, good intentions. It's not in live too, by the way. He's not that good singing live. But I would put my top 3 songs will be how I felt in that day or that week or that month. And my gifts would be how I felt, like how I would want to feel, or how I felt in that moment. and the background is like how I felt in a month. There was that I used MySpace as a way to cope with my feelings, but I never really initially like those little activities where it says feeling, like the little faces like sad, happy. I used to put mine feeling melancholy, which is kind of ironic because I wasn't sad. I thought melancholy was like chill until I realized that melancholy was like you're kind of sad, which was funny because I was sad in those times, but I just try to fake it like I was chill. And when I realized that I had melancholy the whole time, I was being true to myself. Just kind of weird. I don't know. Hold on. Give me a beer. I'm gonna get another beer real quick. Give me a second. So good. By the way, listeners, these beers are 9.4. No, sorry, 9.1% alcohol by volume. So they're not for the faint. And I'm not how do you call it, slowing down anytime soon. It's almost 12 a.m. on a Saturday night. I'll speak on behalf of why I'm at home right now and not out with friends, because I would love to be right now. Oh, by the way, look, I love this. By the way, I shouldn't show it on the beer review, but look at the head of the can, the little can part. It shows the devil sign. Sorry. Right there. Well, it has the outline of their mascot from the beer. I'm gonna bring this fucking mic all the way back here because I want to show. Pour it up, homies. By the way, for the listeners out there, I'm putting this on video format. So if you want to look at my video, see my face when I talk to y'all, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my podcast. Sorry, it's podcast channel. It's called the Tap House Podcast. Literally exactly how it's spelled. The Tap House Podcast. Tap House is together. The is separate and podcast is separate. So if you want to check my face out when I talk to you, it's on there rather than just listen to my voice. Put this out the way because it's getting in the way of the lights. I'll put the beer right here so it can look cool. Look at that beer on display. Yeah. So when I was talking about it, I put on TikTok that, you know, it's good to have those feelings and emotions brought out, and so people could listen to each other, and people who are feeling the same don't feel alone. And I really like that part of it, because I know online could be very hard to express yourself. I mean, other than hate, people love to express hate more than anything. Hey, fuck you, you suck. You don't know what the fuck you know about this stuff. Oh, you don't know what you know about that rap. Well, you don't know about the gaming. You suck at gaming. Or oh, you just whatever. Or when it comes to politics, conspiracy theory this, conspiracy theory that. Whatever. I could get into politics, but I'd rather not, because I could talk about it at the very end, like all the stuff that happened when I was gone. So like, but whenever I was doing the videos, like I couldn't stop to think about, I'm like, what if people, because I'm not drunk at all. I'm not even close to it, but let me get this beer real quick before I say what I'm going to say. The reason why I'm saying this, and the reason why I'm bringing this subject up about TikTok and about be skeptical, is because I was once, I am a cheater. And I wanted to put the blame on everyone else except myself. And just because I felt like I did everything right, which is the wrong thing to look at, because I didn't. I never did anything right. I mean, not to say I didn't, but like I made the choice of what I did. So I was automatically wrong. Regardless of what the past was between me and her, I was automatically wrong. So after all that after we forgave each other, after she forgave me for what I did, and after I was able to forgive myself, I went to TikTok videos, and like every time I heard their, it be you, King, like they don't deserve this and that, like I felt good, but I'm like, why? Like I don't deserve this shit. I don't deserve to feel good. And that's kind of what led to my whole depression, because I felt like I shouldn't deserve to be happy. I feel like I deserve to feel like the worst ever, and I should suffer for my actions for eternity. You know, it felt like I just needed to just be fucked every single day, metaphorically by life. You know, but it didn't. I didn't stop. Well, for what happened beforehand, like after we broke up, like, or I don't want to say who, but like my head was like, oh man, like, you know what, I gave it my all. Like I believed what the TikTokers were saying about relationship, about, you know, only you should care about yourself. And but then I realized, like, no, like I feel that way because I want to make myself feel better, not because that's what the actual situation is. Like, no, like, so in my head I'm like, okay, if I could feel that way about something, and if I was in that guy's position, the one that's recording a TikTok video, and say, hey, Keen, take care of yourself, this and that, you know, maybe he's the one that cheated, and portraying himself as the person who did good, and in front of other people's eyes, he's a great person and he knows what he's talking about, so let's listen to him. But in reality, he's the one that fucked up. So I was gonna make a TikTok video where I said, hey guys, be skeptical about things, because I cheated. I'm not gonna fucking lie about it. I fucked up, you know. So whatever comes to you, karma, right? Fuck it. But hey, as long as you grow, learn better, and be a better person to yourself, and forgive yourself, and you'll be okay in the long run. But I don't really agree in the aspect of like, hey, fuck everybody else, take care of yourself, Keen. I agree that you have to take care of yourself before you can love somebody else. But that doesn't mean fuck everybody else in the world, or don't waste your time on somebody. That's cowardice, if that makes any sense. It's sorry, I just gotta make sure I get the right words, what I'm trying to say here. Falling in love with somebody is one of the most beautifulest things you could do in the world. It's one of the best feelings in the world. You will never find, for me, another best feeling in the world at all. Some other feelings come close to it, but they only last and go. But love, that feeling is every fucking day, and it never lingers, or never like deteriorates unless like you're automatic. Like me, I fucked it up, so you just kind of like throw it aside, and you're like, oh man, I'm fucked now. And like, now here's the black heart, and just you're gonna get keep stabbed because you're a little bitch because you fucked up. What I'm trying to say is here that once love it's scary, because you're lending your heart to somebody else. So whenever somebody says, King, take care of yourself, don't worry about no other girls, just focus on you, that's cowardice. That just seems like you're just a coward. That seems that you're afraid to love somebody else as much as you love yourself. And that scares you because you either have felt a heartbreak, or you broke somebody's heart and you felt how it was to be alone afterwards. And so you decided to say fuck love, and let's cut that shit down and not worry about it again. But that's not the case. It takes guts to fall in love again. It takes guts to learn your mistakes. It takes guts to figure out that you fucked up, that you deserve all this shit that's happening to you. But build yourself up, back up, learn to love again, and learn to be a better person. Because eventually, once you fall in love with yourself all over again, after you forgave yourself, somebody will fucking love you back. And then you should not shun them out if you have the opportunity to love again. Love only comes so rare. So take the opportunity rather than shunning people out, and take care of yourself. Keen. Nobody's fucking keen. That's why we fucking got rid of those fucking keens here in the United States. You are a human fucking being. So take care of you, and whoever wants to come, take care of them. I don't know. It's I saw that on TikTok, and I was just like, man, maybe I don't know. Like, maybe some of them are genuine, but I feel like some of them are not. But I can't call them out because I don't know who they are. You know, can't be a dick about it. Be like, hey, you, that person, this username, you're being a dick. I don't think you're being for real. But you could get, you kind of know who's real, who's not. You know, because they only do it so often. Like, if somebody's hurt, if somebody's feeling like shit, they'll say their piece and let it go. But somebody that's milking that shit for views, they're gonna keep fucking adding and adding and adding and adding and trying to get every little piece of what they think is right, so they can hear their fan base. Oh, you're right. We believe in you. Oh, this is all real. Like, they're gonna like fucking. They're gonna milk that shit, you know. And that's all I'm trying to say about this whole topic is like, if you're a TikToker and you're sad, depressed, and you see somebody that's helping you out that you feel like, oh, they're being genuine, great. But just be skeptical about those who are like, if people who are telling you shun people out, that's fucking wrong. Don't shun nobody out. People who say work on yourself, love yourself, that's true. Love yourself. Learn from your mistakes. Get better. People who, I mean, obviously, don't waste your time with people who won't waste your time on you. I get that one too. Just be a better you. Nobody was the same person yesterday or the day before or years or months, you know. Nobody is. Every day's a you're a new person. You learn better, you do better, everything like that. So your perspective is going to change. Every time you do something, something's going to change. So just know that. Just know that life is always updating like a fucking software update at a video game. There's never going to be the same thing happening all over again. There's never going to be the same girl kind of coming at you all the time. It's always going to be a new girl. There's always going to be new obstacles that you're going to have to go through. There's always going to be new heartbreaks. There's always going to be new sadness, new versions of depression. You're just going to have to focus. You're really hard to focus on yourself and deal with it, but also find time to love somebody else. And love yourself and love your family. Love your family. I know people out there have family that hate each other. I know my family, we had a lot of times where we just do not see eye to eye. But that doesn't mean I don't love them. That doesn't mean I don't do what I can to protect them or to give my money or my life for them. I would give my life to all my family if I could. If God needs be, or if it needs to happen. Like if God said, hey, one of y'all has to die, I'm like, well, no, kill me. I don't have kids. Fuck that. Why do I have to live? You know, take care of my sisters, take care of my brother, my older mom, my mom, my dad. Like, take care of them, my nieces. Give my life because I don't have nobody. I don't have kids. I don't have a set future right now. My future is questionable on what's gonna happen and what career I am at. So if I don't have that, why do I want to live right now? I mean, I'm not saying kill myself. I'm just saying, like, I would give my life to my family. That's all. I'm going deep into my whole depression and what I was depressed about. Yeah, I was depressed about what my career is gonna be, what I'm gonna do. Like, I love podcasting, and I know if it's a career. Eventually, I would love to do this for the rest of my life, but I don't really see the people wanting it, you know. But I love it as a hobby because I could talk to it. This is initially videotapes for my kids in the future. I want my kids to know who I was. I want my kids to know my flaws. I want my kids to know what I believed in and what my views were, because I want my kids to call me out when they're like, Dad, you used to be this way. I'm like, no, I wasn't. Like, Dad, here's proof. Seriously, here's proof. You said this. I'm like, fuck, you're right. You're right, son. Well, you know what? Fuck you. I changed my vibes. Everybody changes in the future. We all update. Yeah. But honestly, guys out there, if you're on TikTok, you are pretty amazing people. Just be skeptical about those people who are using you and are using your emotions. That's all I gotta say about that. Cause yeah, I don't want to milk what I want to be. I don't want to be a hypocrite and milk the fuck out of it. But I think I hit all the notes on that. I might have missed some few, but I think I said exactly kind of what I wanted to say about that. So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. But I make TikTok videos just for like fun, just for the hell of it. I don't know, just to get my dumb side out of it. I kind of want to dance on there, but whatever. But anyways, Trump got COVID. What is that? Huh? Trump got COVID. What's going on there, buddy? Not a buddy. What's going on there, fucker? Yeah, people know my stance on Trump. I don't like him. I don't care for him. He's just another human being that's in this world that eventually will pass. Do I wish ill will on anybody? No, I don't. Um, if he has COVID, is it something that like I wish upon him? I hope he learns his lesson. That's what I wish, but he didn't. So I'm like, well, does it fucking matter anymore? I wouldn't wish death on my worst enemies, but I would wish I could fuck them up pretty good and kick their asses. But I'm not threatening the president. That's just my enemies. I don't have enemies either, so it doesn't even matter. Anyways, also the presidential debate. Sorry, the election's coming up, so please vote. I highly wish you could all like. If people who could vote that are my friends, you fucking vote. My job literally has early voting. So if you need to know where to fucking vote, come to me. I'll let you know the location. You don't have to be in that area to vote there. It's early voting. They allow you to vote anywhere in Texas. Anywhere. Yes. So all my friends who didn't vote in mid-elections, first and foremost, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Yeah, you know who you are. I've been very highly adamant and vocal about it with y'all. Fucking vote, bro. Vote. I'm being upfront with y'all. I wanted to vote for my fool Bernie. I miss you, Bernie. Rest in peace in the chair of Congress, because that's where you're gonna be forever. Oh my gosh, man, God, they fucked you over like twice. Biden wasn't even at the top. I think, like, I thought he was gonna go off the map. I thought there was gonna be I thought Elizabeth Warren was gonna be a competition for you, but Bernie. But God, what could have been those 2 years? Maybe you would have been president for 8 years if you would have beat Hillary. Because I don't know what obviously they want their Democrats want their quote unquote person on ballot rather than the person who was radical, supposedly. I don't know if y'all seen The Boys lately, guys. So spoiler alert. No, never mind. Because I want to talk about politics of The Boys, because that's how it kind of feels like it is in the United States. By the way, Boys, guys, The Boys on Amazon Prime is one of the best shows of my lifetime. Like one of the best shows ever. Like, I mean, like, guys, like it's like orgasms to your ears and your eyes. It's like ASMR and everything like that. Anyway, so yeah, it's a really good show. I highly recommend it. It's one of the things I've been watching on my downtime. Like I said, I'm not gonna get fucked up today. So this is my second beer of the podcast, and obviously I'm not gonna go past an hour. I'm gonna force myself not to do that. But guys, it really has been fun being back. It's been a long time. I'm sorry for those who are like consistent listeners of the podcast. I don't know who you are, but thank you. But I really miss y'all, honestly. Like every day I'm like, I wish I could podcast. I wish I could podcast. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. And I just there isn't like I said, like there wasn't the motivation for me to do it because I was feeling depressed. I was feeling sad. I was feeling crappy. I was feeling like shit. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to do jack shit. It took me like at least a month and a half, or I would say like 5 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago, where I finally was like, all right, I'm gonna do something with my life. I'm gonna go run. My sister even told me I was being more healthier. God bless my sister. I love her to death. She kind of got me out of the rut. She doesn't know that, and she doesn't like me doing the podcast because I'm wasting my time on it. But I love her. I'm still gonna get my degree. I promise you. Before I die, that's the one thing I want to do. Just because I want to make you proud. I want to get my bachelor's degree on whatever it is I'm gonna get it on. But yeah, like she's one of the biggest reasons why I kind of got out of my depression and anxiety and my mental health state. M also was there. Even though he doesn't really feel like he was, or he did, like all those times that he kind of argues with me whenever he's on YouTube channel, or when he's watching YouTube, every time he argues okay, first of all, because he worked from home since COVID, so like when he was here, like I kind of really, it helped that I had somebody here to talk to all the time. He helped a lot. My puppies, Hato and Gigi, they helped a lot too. They're ruthless when it comes to wanting to go outside and pee and this and that, but those beautiful puppies, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even gone outside. I probably would have been in bed consistently crying, contemplating if I should even be alive or not. My little sister, she also tried to like be an older sister and just kick me on the ass and say, hey, get your ass up, like stop fucking feeling sorry for yourself, like take control of your life, you know. So, and she told me to find God, which I mean, I kind of found God. I mean, I'm not fully invested in the whole church stuff yet, but I mean, I pray every night like I do. And also my mom, like my mom has always been there every single day. I'm a mama's boy, but she's been there consistently, and even if I fuck up, she's there to hug me and take care of me. She has not missed a step of how she felt about me. Like, or she hasn't never once judged me for what I've done or how I felt. She's been there. So I hope that you'll stick around, because I'm not done. And I want to have a lot of things for the podcast. Eventually, I want to make this to a big thing. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds kind of like cliche, or like it sounds non-reachable, but it's because I haven't put the effort in the past months, and I want to put the effort now. And obviously, I'm not going to have my co-hosts. I'm not going to have my guests because it's fucking quarantine. It's COVID. Unless they want to come, but like, it's just me and the guys. It's just me right now. Me and topics. But this is the introduction back to the podcast. Oh, excuse me. So I just want you to know that. Anyways, I love y'all. Take care of each other. Take care of your family. Take care of your sisters. Take care of your brothers. And salud to my podcast family. Bye.